Mm-hmm.
Wow. Number 1. Julia's sitting there 6 points.
I'm telling you. When you cheat to win.
TJ right behind him. Or right behind her, 6 points.
Yeah.
Chris Bauer, 6 points. John Mathias, 6 points. So Mock's still doing well. Lyle and Chris both won their next round, so they're sitting at 4 points each. Dwayne at 3. Derek at 3.
Dang it, Derek,
Jeremy at 3. Frank at 3. Patrick at 3. And Kyle at 3. Sadly, Devin, Ben, Lucas, Keenan, and Eric all at 0.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Are you talking about our current tied for first place?
0 points.
He must be having a rough night.
Yes, I would say that. He's having a rough night, sitting at 0 points. Basically opening the door and saying, "Hey, Lyle, I want you to be first place."
Consider.
No, I don't want to consider anything.
Cortana, please.
So that's where we're sitting. Let's jump into round 3, shall we?
Let's go.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we've got new-ish face Chris Bauer returning back to Modern Magic Mondays after a brief hiatus, bringing Nahiri control.
He is back on this. Like, he's fluctuated between decks a lot of the seasons, but like he seems to always kind of fall back on these control decks lately. Like, or like the blue decks, I'd say, because he played Delver for a few weeks there. Now back to the control stuff. So just sort of up and down on where he wants to play. But let's see how he does with Nahiri. I mean, sitting undefeated currently. Mock sitting undefeated as well. Now, this seems like a tougher match for Mox than some of his other rounds, I'd say. But what are your thoughts on the whole Nahiri control in particular?
So, here's why I think Mox is going to have a better time against a Nahiri control deck than he would against a burn deck.
Mm-hmm.
Is the pressure.
Yes.
Right. He's going to be able to kind of build up more in the beginning and prepare the correct amount of cards, whatever you're thinking. You know, he's got enough lands, he's able to Summoner's Pact into his Primeval Titan against Chris in this Nahiri control deck than he would against Keenan.
Yeah.
Now, we did see, Keenan put the pressure on him and said, hey man, if you have it, you have it. If not, it's done. But the thing about Chris is if his control suite is tight, then he's going to be able to answer a lot of what Mox is bringing to the table, right?
Yeah.
Mana Leaks, Remands. These are cards in this matchup that I think are good, especially Remand. I'm a huge fan of Remand in this.
Yeah.
In this matchup.
Now the other thing is like Nahiri comes down on turn 4.
Right. So then it's like what, turn 6, I think.
Turn 4 you uptick once.
So yeah.
Yeah. But, no, it would be turn... Because you go to... You have to do 3 turns, because you'll ultimate it on the 3rd turn of having it. Play it,
4,
uptick it.
5, 6.
Oh, yes. Math is hard. Where Mox, being able to ramp up and get 2 mana off of one of his lands, compared to Chris having 1 mana off 1 land, can make him be able to start playing stuff quicker.
Yeah.
So, this will be interesting for them.
Straw polls up, guys. Get those votes in. Let us know. Do you like Nahiri control here? Do you like Amulet Titan? Again, this is what I'm calling this deck. I'm not sure.
I think it's perfect. Like, because there's been other Titan decks out there, but because it's not running Valka, it's not running Scape Shift, Amulet Titan seems like the perfect name for it. And we can talk to Mox and see what he's labeling it as when he goes to tournaments and things like that, but... Alright.
And Scooter's going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Sakura Tri-Scout for John.
Lets him play an extra land.
Chris says, that's fine. Let's go to 18. And I'm going to play Serum Visions. promise we'll train them to use that fancy high-tech weaponry they have there.
That'll be a spot on the bingo board.
Use the iPad?
If our players forget to use the iPad.
That might as well be the free space right now.
No, well, okay, the last couple rounds our players did really well with.
True.
So it's only a few particular players, but you'll notice sometimes their opponent will be like, "Hey, I got this for you."
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
So maybe we should do a spot for if they forget, and a spot if your opponent adjusts the life total for you.
If your opponent changes your life total for you. Here is a fancy looking planes.
Ooh.
Nice and shiny.
Yeah. Saying, who can I blind at home with this?
And
Helix.
lightning helix.
Alright, smart play. So kind of the mentality of bolt the bird, right? I mean, the scooter here is a snake, but it's the same mentality. I want to get rid of your mana acceleration. How can I do that? Oh, well, you get to play an extra land? No. We don't need that to happen.
Serum Vision comes down for John. Draw cards, scry 2. Oh, lightning bolt.
Now, the Helix also had an added benefit of Mox can't do that kind of one turn, 16 damage, kill you. Because now it's going to take that little bit to build up.
True. Celestial Colony.
A lot of this kind of pat, land, go sort of style from Bauer as of right now. He's leaving mana up to remand and do things like that. So very reactionary to what your opponent is going to be doing.
Passes back. Here is a Scalding Tarn.
But he's at 4 mana.
Is the coast clear?
Nahiri.
Go to 20. Is it an island? Yeah. Okay. So prepared for a cryptic.
Yes, it does have that 3 blue available to him.
Yeah, and he's in the tank now. He's trying to decide, do I run into Nahiri, the Harbinger, which I have, which he decides.
So he's going to rummage.
Let me help you out.
Mark Rosewater, you want to talk to me about naming keywords and mechanics? Just let me know.
I don't know if he's going to talk to you or not.
Yeah, doesn't rummage sound so great?
It does, and other people have used it, so I don't know if it's ever going to come back to you, too.
No, they're going to go. They probably were sitting there browsing around the interwebs and heard me sit here and rummage in the Nahiri, and they're like, man, that's great. Let's take this.
Mm-hmm. I can use
Cedric's using it. Like, everyone's all about it.
Spell Snare gets rummaged away.
What?
1, 2, go.
Hive Mind. Bam, bam. Do you have any green? No? Okay.
Oh. Well.
So, tell us what just happened for those that might not remember what Hive Mind does.
Yeah, so...
I'll pull it up in chat while you start explaining it.
So, basically, which we didn't talk about in the beginning, because it seemed like, just based on what we've seen from Mox thus far this season, it runs another win condition, this deck, right?
It does.
Which we just saw, which is the Hive Mind, which you see in chat there. 1 blue, 5 colorless enchantment. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, each other player copies that spell. Each of those players may choose new targets for his or her copy. So basically, what's going on is, or what happened, was Mox said, alright, I know I can't deal with this Nahiri right now. You slowed down my ramp. So I'm just going to stick this enchantment, play these 2 summoner packs for free.
Yes.
Because A, I can pay for it if need be. B, you can't.
Yeah, and in that situation, he was basically saying, you have to copy it because of High Mind.
Right.
And you have access to 0 green mana.
Correct.
So I can just sit here, boom, play 1. We both copy it. I can find a green creature. Woohoo. Sweet. Yeah. I've got a green creature. And then I can just pass turn. And you lose on your upkeep because you can't pay. So that is an additional win con available. Muscles.
What's going on, dude?
Hello.
Welcome to the stream.
So who are we taking for the boards?
Oh, there was like 15 one-ups.
Yeah, I know.
So I'll read Chris's and I'll let you read Mox's.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. So on Chris's side, he's got 2 Lightning Helix, 1 Engineered Explosives, 1 Wear and Tear, 1 Negate, 1 Anger of the Gods, 1 Supreme Verdict, 1 Wrath of God, 1 Celestial Purge, 1 Rest in Peace, 1 Izzet Staticaster, 2 Spreading Seas, 1 Crumble to Dust, and 1 Vendilion Click. Okay. So, we saw the strength of Lightning Helix.
We did.
I would say that he's got at least 2 in his main deck.
Yeah.
So these 2 are filling the 4 spot. Personally, for what John is trying to do, probably more than 2 is enough. Is too much in this matchup. I like the Engineered Explosives, the Wear and Tear, Negate, and Crumble and Vendilion Click.
Yes. I like those a lot.
There's a lot of board sweepers in his sideboard that are not going to do much in this matchup.
As that list goes, the things that I might consider, like Crumble and Engineer, are on the fence for me.
Okay.
Because he's running Helixes, he's running Lightning Bolts already, so he should be able to deal with all the little stuff.
Sure.
And most of the stuff that he'll want to blow up with that, he could kill. I mean, the other thing would be the Amulet, but you have Wear and Tear for that.
Well, Crumble hits lands.
Okay, yeah, so Crumble is on 4 mana, but that's also where you want to be doing Nahiri or having Cryptic Command up.
True.
So you have that kind of fine line. But if you can crumble out like his Boros land or something like that strips him off of red-white, then it could really disrupt what he wants to do.
Sure.
So, again, it's that kind of fine line of how much do I want to bring in versus how much do I want to keep in my list. So, yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of options that Bauer has available to him here. On Mox's side, we've got 1 Dismember, 1 Pithing Needle, 1 Swan Song, 2 Pyroclasm, 1 Radiant Fountain, 1 Bajuka Bog, 1 Slaughter Pack, 1 Nature's Claim, 1 Malira, 1 Spellskite, 1 Hornet Queen, 1 Relic of Progenitus, 1 Seal of Primordium, and 2 Thragtusk. I really like Swan Song for this. I also like Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle can name Nahiri. Pithing Needle can name the land, the Celestial Colonnade. So those 2 seem like solid ways for Chris to be able to win the game. Beating down with Colonnade or using Nahiri to get out Emrakul stuff. So I like that idea. But Jukabog potentially to disrupt the Snapcaster stuff. But at the same time, he might not need it. But I do like Swan Song and Pithing Needle. I think those are the big glaring ones in my face. You could also do Relic as well instead of a Jukabog. So, but let's get it going for game number 2. Players deciding. Looks like Bauer not happy with his. Will be shipping it back, and John, aka Mox, seems comfortable with his.
Wow. Hive Mind.
Hive Mind kill.
Still
it really is Amulet Titan because it's the deck base minus Summer Bloom. You just added in extra creatures to help you ramp out.
Yep. Scry. Let's put that on the bottom. And Chris is going to start us off. Celestial Colonnade comes in tapped, passes back.
Perfect starting thing. He could have a Serum or something here, but getting the Colonnade out now before you start doing something crazy.
So
that's not good.
Forest and Amulet of Vigor for John. Chris says, dang it, why?
Now, Mox was in chat earlier talking to us about the change that he made of adding in Simian Spirit Guides here. And we saw how effective they were for game number 1, being able to say, remove 2 of these to play Hive Mind. After Amulet comes down, Chris should just scoop. You gotta play it out. Makes for exciting games. Or, I mean, education-wise, at least. Because maybe you're a control player or Nahiri control, and you're like, you know what? I've never played this game or this match because I never played control when Bloom Titan was a thing, right?
Right.
Now it's banned. Not even on my radar. Now Titan has to be on your radar, not only for this Amulet Titan list, but the other Titan lists that are running around that did well at Worlds and stuff.
So here, 2
Double
serums.
Digging.
Now, I was just going to comment on the fact that he was very particular about using his Steam vents, and then maybe just pass back and broadcast to us and to Mox, John, that, hey man, if you're going to ramp out this Primeval Titan on turn 2, which the potential is there, we've seen it, it's happened.
Yes, if he had a second. Well, no, not anymore. I don't think you can get a prime time on turn 2 anymore. If you have.
Didn't he do it in round 1?
On turn 2?
Yeah, didn't Keenan go bam, bam, what do you got?
Well, that was whatever. That was much later down the road.
Was it?
That wasn't turn 2.
I'll have to go back and review the tapes.
Alright. No, well, okay, so if he has a Simian Spirit Guide, plays an Amulet Bloom or something like that, but it's like. Because you don't have that way to play a bunch of lands in a turn anymore, unless you get up to Azusa or you get your Scooter out, or you get... So here we go. Bam. Now he's got Azusa out.
Tolaria West gets stabbed for blue. And here's the Simic Growth Chamber. Then let's go transmute.
Oh no! Okay, hold on a second. He's transmuting for 3.
There he is.
3. Okay, so yeah, you do need 2 Amulet. Bounce land, Azusa Titan. Ew! It's still a thing.
It's just a little bit more difficult.
Yes.
Transmutes into a Simic Growth Chamber.
Yeah, at this point in time, most people think, oh, he's got to transmute for the packs because you see that happen so often. But no, you can actually get a land out of it. There's a Spreading Seas he has here, but that's not beneficial.
Draw?
So the reason Spreading Seas is not going to really help, because when it goes back to Mox's turn, he can just play another bounce land and bounce the land that had Spreading Seas on it.
Here's a forest. Here is Slayer Stronghold, I believe. No, I'm sorry, that's not Slayer Stronghold. That's
Garrison? No. What's that one called? I forgot.
I've only had 1 turn 2. Okay, so it was like turn 3.
It was against TJ.
I'm sure he was super happy about that.
Gosh.
It's Sunholm, Fortress of the Legion. That's what gives Double Strike. Sunholm. Write it down.
Write it down, guys. Hey, here's this lovely Primeval Titan.
Oh.
Mana Leak.
Oh.
Pact of Negation.
Yep, that's
And there's 2 packs that he has to play for. Summoners and Pact of Negation.
Uh-oh.
But he's basically trying to say, do I have enough to try to...
Kill you now.
Kill you. So he's sitting here playing his lands, trying to see what he can bounce, and says, I'll bounce this, giving him haste.
And
there's the path
at the exile.
before combat, so he doesn't get
The other two lands.
Or maybe he did say go to combat and then he'll path it.
I think we lost all 2 lands, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was before combat. Smart play on Chris's side, making sure not to give John 2 more lands.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a Lightning Helix, Spreading Seas, Scalding Tarn is going to be the land play. Chris, his hand's lightning fast.
Goes to 16. Now, at this point in time, does it matter to Helix Azusa? With how much mana is on the battlefield now, does that even matter?
I feel like it's a rhetorical question if you're asking me, right?
Yeah, it could because of the bouncing and I'm gonna pump him up my prime time a whole bunch kind of things, but I don't know if it is
because he's still gonna get lands for the Primeval Titan triggers.
Yeah.
If he has to go back into his deck to get them.
Okay.
And he's counting out. Here's a pact. Here is a Summoner's Pact. And yep, we're good. I just have this island.
9 mana.
So in this scenario, yes, it would have been good because he's forcing.
There's the second amulet. Disgusting.
He was forcing John to only be able to put down one of the lands in his hand.
Now, Azusa can actually become a threat now. She doesn't have Defender. She's like a 1/2 or something like that.
But does get pumped.
Can get +2, Vigilance, Haste, and Double Strike.
Yeah, seems fine.
That seems like a solid bit of beats that you can do.
6 damage,
so
sure.
Initially he's just going to say, you know what, let's just...
Remand.
Helix, remand. So John doesn't go for any damage or anything like that. So with that being the case, Chris just says, you know what, I'm going to draw some cards.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast a spell, remand it so it goes back to my hand, and I'll just draw a card off. Basically, you're paying...
He's cycling.
Yeah, you're having to pay 4 mana to draw a card. But in this sense, it's on the end step. It doesn't really matter.
Chris gonna fetch and go to 13 for a Hollowed Fountain. Activate the Colonnade.
Bam!
Get in there for 4. Start applying some pressure. He said, I'm gonna bounce this land, don't worry.
So it looks like you will.
Yep. Double Strike, Vigilance. +2/+0. Chris gonna go to 7.
Who does take it? Go to 7.
Oh, nope, we knew about that lightning helix, that's okay. So now, right, now is the time. Play the lightning helix, get rid of the Azusa.
Yeah.
Because John is using the Azusa to deal damage. Go to 10. Oh, he's got Emrakul in hand.
Okay,
So
here.
he's
Rummage away. Emrakul.
Yep. Shuffle.
Complete the first step before you get to shuffle that back in, so you have to finish drawing. Just can I take a look? Make sure I know what exactly is going in. Smart play. Like, don't just let them scoop it up and go in there. Try to get as much information you can. And keeping that mana, like you talked about, for Helix. So if he's like, alright, here's my pumps, try to go to combat, no, he'll still die to Helix.
I guess Nahiri at this point is the hope you can go get Emrakul. If not, it's a target. But with Azusa dealing 6 damage, I think John's just going to go directly past Nahiri. Not even going to worry with the Planeswalker.
Yeah. Setting his mana out correctly. I mean, it's interesting, like, Bauer really is taking over the middle of the the playmat, and Mox is left with a very small area that he's, like, knocking over cards and doing all this stuff because he feels so crowded because of the amount of lands that he's been able to make this time.
So Lightning Helix comes down. Chris will go to 10.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when you play lands in front.
They take over the battlefield?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Coast is clear now.
Yeah.
Because I have all this mana to play Prime Time.
Hardcast.
And if he's got more bounce spells, he could potentially... So if he's got more bounce lands here in his deck, he can bounce the haste, like all those lands that are going to matter. Oh no, we can't play them all this turn because Azusa's dead now.
Yes.
Hmm. Alright. Choosing the lands that he wants. Making sure he's getting things all laid out the correct way.
Chris does have the path in hand, which, as we learned in Worlds, best removal spell in Modern.
It's pretty solid.
It's they didn't want to say it on stream because, you know, there's standard and sealed and things like that.
Other formats.
Yeah, they didn't want to say it was the best card in Magic the Gathering, but I know JC Tao, he definitely wanted to say it. He just played it safe and said best removal spell in Modern.
Yeah. Engineered explosives.
Okay. I'm going to assume any number of mana, right?
Yeah,
It
I'm assuming.
could be 4.
I'm assuming he probably went for 4 here.
Target the Nahiri.
Yeah.
Pop. Get rid of the Nahiri. Play the Azusa.
Oh, cool.
Play the Slayer Stronghold. Pass. You gotta get me. Snapcaster my Nahiri back. Is that a thing? Scalding Tarn.
There's a Snap and a Helix interaction available.
But Sunhome and Slayer Stronghold are on the battlefield now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, yeah.
Path.
During your upkeep, I will path your dude.
Enough mana up to block a frisky Azusa.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Paying.
Snapcaster and Path is still live.
Yep. Paying for Pact. Remand it. Serum.
Serum.
Another serum.
Digging at this point.
Mm-hmm. So that new deck that's running around is the Scape Shift Titan deck, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That does have this sort of more staying power in these situations than this Amulet Titan deck, where he's had all this stuff get hit with Path to Exile and, you know, all these helixes coming down, all this different stuff that's kind of getting in the way. So now it's like, all right, dig, trying to find the stuff that I need. Where in other situation where you could just be like, all right, get him out and deal 3 to you. You know.
You know what's crazy about that deck is just how powerful it is. I watched Oliver 2 in Worlds be able to go from nothing to the win in one turn, when it seemed as though he didn't have an out.
Yeah. It's definitely something that's got to be on your guys' radar going forward.
Snapcaster.
Colonnade. 6.
Blam.
Dropping Mox down to 10. Alright. Thragtusk. I would like to gain some life, please. Trickbind, the trigger.
Oh.
Got him.
You have a Thragtusk, but no life gain.
Yes. He can do 7.
And yeah, I'm gonna do...
Oh, I'm going to give it haste and double strike, so it's already 5.
Yep.
6, 7. There's 14 coming across.
14.
You can block, take 1. So yes, you might want to do that whole life gain stuff, but that's alright. Not going to matter. So...
Sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
John taking another 2-0 against Chris Bauer. And Chris was definitely putting up quite a fight there in that second game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Being able to kind of just, you know, pound for pound answer all of what Mox was trying to do with a Path here, Lightning Helix here, just please stop doing things so I can just play Nahiri and get an Emrakul. This is what I want.
Didn't work though.
But it didn't, you know, being able to haste any creature. Binded the wrong trigger.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's round 3, halfway for week number 9. So you know what that means.
We get to do our shout outs and all that good stuff.
We do, to you guys. Thank you so much for all your support, coming and hanging out with us on a Labor Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I know you could be out there barbecuing.
I know the pack stream was on, giving more stuff about the new set coming out this fall.
Well, I was going to say, I think they're actually playing with the cards.
Are they? So no wonder so many people are watching.
Yeah. Playing with the Kaladesh cards.
That's cool.
Some pretty neat stuff coming out there. Did you see that card I tagged you in?
Yes, the +4/+4 and trample.
The Might of Volcrosa with trample?
Yeah, 1 extra mana to give it trample, essentially. So, like, if there's a lot of decks that are coming up the board, like affinity increases in popularity again, things like that,
Oh
then
my.
definitely you're going to want to see that in there. So
I would be shocked if Infinity didn't pick up in popularity.
with all the cool new stuff.
I mean,
that they got.
there's cool artifact cards. I was thinking there were a couple that were released, I think, on Thursday or Friday, but then I backpedaled a little bit, and I was like, maybe those aren't good. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye
Definitely
out.
to see what pops up. So, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. This is week number 9 of season number 2.
Mm-hmm.
We've been broadcasting Modern since February.
Was it February? Was
It
that the
was.
exact date? Okay.
February 15th, I think.
February 5th, just after Valentine's
Something
Day.
like that. Somewhere around there.
Hmm.
Maybe it was right before then. I highlighted the VODs around the 15th.
Oh, okay.
Could be something like that. But it was in February. Beginning of February is when we started up broadcasting Modern. So thanks for sticking with us for so many months. We do appreciate all your guys' support that you guys have given us over this period for season 3, which is coming up in about 3-4 weeks time. We will be migrating all of our stuff over to twitch.tv/Modern Magic Mondays. We're just basically migrating everything we've got. We've got our own dedicated Twitter now, a YouTube channel, so if you're on the Twitch channel now, you can be able to click on it. We'll send you right to the links to the VODs, since all of those are getting posted up on there. But yeah, all this stuff's going out. So if you have not followed there as well as over here, twitch.tv/TheRealNameMan, hop over to that channel and hit the follow button so you guys are knowing when we do that whole migration stuff and switch over that way. Of course, we've got our personal sponsorships to the stream to help make Modern Magic Monday what it is. Trip over at Comic Kung Fu. Thank you for letting us do all this stuff over at your location. And then, of course, Chris Bennett, Eminem, the
Table
man
Judge,
himself,
yep.
Table Judge extraordinaire, manager over at Cork Street Taverns, great place in Winchester to go eat. Also official Pokestop of Modern Magic Mondays.
Are people still playing Pokemon Go? That's the question I've been asking.
I'm still playing.
I'm still playing. That's all that matters.
But we've had some top donations to the stream as well.
Yeah. To Drewski Brew, Atticus, our mystery donor, Tatradamus, Lila Goif, Nate Hop 34, Burgleton, Stormdust 07, Badger 934, Strog Smash. Did I miss anyone? The list just keeps growing and growing. To you guys, thank you so much for just tossing a couple bucks when you feel the need, kind of just holding this stream down for us. It's super appreciative, and I just can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah. Upcoming thing that we are going to be doing is September 18th will be our SCG IQ, which we have a link for you guys. If you have not seen it yet, that is the link to the Facebook page. Check that out. Come out. It's going to be a great event. Oh, Pokemon, no! But it's going to be another great event. Last time we had about 40-some players playing for it. This time, hopefully to at least match it or beat it. The more players we get out, the more prizes that we can give out. Last time there was expeditions and cool things given away.
And not just the Kalani Heart.
Not just that one.
Not just that one. I know that's the one you guys want the most.
Yeah. And potentially doing live stream coverage for it.
Yeah, keep your fingers crossed on that one.
Yes.
But I would rather you guys come out and play
over just sit and watch.
Yeah, sit and watch it at home. So if you're in around the Northern Virginia area, if you're in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, it's only like a 4-hour hike, right?
Yeah, just slow drive up the road, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
All you Northern Virginia people, you should come up too, because there's no excuses if you're within an hour. Right. Why would you not just hop over the mountain there?
Sunday Magic? Modern? Done.
Modern?
Done.
Who doesn't want to play some Modern? So that's our main stuff that we've got going on. But before we jump into player points and stuff like that, what stuff are you working on right now?
Yeah, so basically I'm your everyday casual variety gaming streamer, playing all the retro games. I play a lot of RPGs.
Yeah, you do.
We just finished Chrono Cross yesterday, finally, after like 2.5 weeks, so that was fun. But yeah, so just keep an eye out for that. I've got Casual Fridays at 7 p.m. I'm also kind of thinking about switching that
2 different days?
to Thursdays.
Thursday seems like a good...
Yeah, Casual Thursday. Life seems to get in the way on Fridays, especially after a long week at work. This week it's going to be on Thursday at 7, so it just has happened more and more.
Right, that's kind of our fault, isn't it?
Yeah, so Casual Thursdays is kind of a thing. You know, so keep an eye out for that. But what about you, dude? What do you got going on?
Magic.
See, this guy.
I mean, because problem is, I was looking at all of my dates and all my weekends, and it seems that I have 0 available until after the wedding.
Oh yeah. Oh, Dan's getting married, by the way.
That's the other big thing is I'm getting married, so very occupied with getting stuff ready for that. So like I'm lucky that I can sneak away for the IQ that's taking place on this Sunday. But yeah, so like we do have other stuff that we do, like our Pokemon versus.
Yes.
So we got to find time to continue that adventure. Holly and I, whenever we actually get time that we're not doing wedding stuff, to do more Armor Krog because it's a really difficult puzzle game. It's extremely difficult. You should play it. So there's other stuff.
I want to let you get farther before I start mine. I'm already planning on it.
Yeah. So that's what we've got going on. Just other stuff in the works, things that we want to start doing in the future. But yeah. When am I getting married? More stuff in the works, guys. But let's forget all that stuff. Let's slide over and take a look at our points.
Oh my.
Let's see. I picked a really easy date to get married at, so it's good. It's